Welcome to ChinaSecurities.com and Chinese Stocks TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show bringing the best press releases out of the Chinese small cap and mid cap space at the open so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe even find your next great small cap investment. It's Friday, May the 15th. I've got 6 unbelievable press releases for you. Probably the best day on Chinese Stocks TV that we've had in about the 50 episodes we've had so far. And before I get into those, I hope to see you in New York City for Crocker Colson and his team's conference, the China Rising Investment Conference. If you need more information, go to the front page of ChinaSecurities.com and you'll see a link directly to the conference. Otherwise, go to ChinaRisingConference.com. See you there in New York on Monday. Let's get straight to this. First off, China ACM. This isn't a Agoracom client. Have to disclose that, but as always, we don't talk about Agoracom clients unless the news stands on its own 2 feet. The company has announced its third quarter numbers. Pretty great results. 116% increase in gross profits, 120% increase in operating income. This is for the period ended March 31st. Let's get straight to it. Revenues, $9.3 million versus $6.8 million for the same period last year. Gross profit, $3.9 million versus $1.8 million. And net income, $2.3 million or 16 cents per share. That's compared to $1.3 million or 15 cents per share for the same period last year. And here's the most important thing. The company expects to remain on track to achieve net income of at least $9 million for fiscal 2009. Why is that important? Company's got 10.5 million shares outstanding, $9 million in net income. That's 85 cents per share. The company closed yesterday at $2.50. So based on what the company's telling us, they're going to be trading at just 3 times earnings right now. It's a pretty good value. Got to do your own due diligence, but great numbers there. This is a producer of advanced construction materials for large-scale commercial, residential, and infrastructure developments. That trades under CADC. Next up, China Valves Technology. They also put out their first quarter numbers. They trade on the stock symbol CVVT. Here are the numbers. Revenue, $17.2 million, up 33%. Gross profit, $8.3 million, up 63%. Net income, $3 million or 5 cents per diluted share. That compares to $1.8 million and 4 cents per diluted share last year. The company also has $16.3 million in cash and cash equivalents. And here's what I also like. The company currently has an order backlog of approximately $30 million, which it expects to fill by the middle of this year. So you can see that revenue. That's going to be on the top line in this year's financials. What do? They manufacture and sell high-quality metal valves for industrial use. Closed yesterday at $2.35. Next up, Sinohub trades on the OTC under SIHI. They also put out their quarterly results. Here are the numbers. Total revenues, $18.1 million, 56% increase. Net income, $2 million. That's an 83% increase. And that's important when you consider the fact that their weighted average shares that they're comparing to last year are actually up 30%. So they had a big quarter there. And as of March 31st, $4.9 million in non-restricted cash and cash equivalents, closed yesterday at $2.50. Next up, China Auto Logistics trades over there under CALG. These are their first quarter numbers. Revenues up 35% to $45 million, and $45.1 million to be exact. Pretty good considering this is a luxury car importer. Somebody's got to tell the Chinese there's a worldwide recession on. Net income up 10.09% to $1.16 million or 6 cents per share. Accounting for, this is what's really important, accounting for approximately 98% of the company's first quarter revenues. Luxury imported auto sales grew 37.2%. Not only that, the average selling price per unit was up 11% from 71,000 change to 78,000 and change, indicating continuing strong demand among affluent Chinese consumers for bigger cars despite the economic environment. That's great metadata right there. More than the numbers, great indication of what's going on in China and how it's being affected by what's going on around the world. The company has grown, it says, to become one of the top importers of luxury vehicles in China. Closed yesterday at $3.90. Moving on to our friends at FUQI International. They trade on the NASDAQ under FUQI. First quarter 2009 numbers. Revenue up 41% to $109 million and change. Net income up 52% to $9.7 million, or 45 cents per diluted share. That's for the quarter, and this company closed trading yesterday about $6.50. Finally, really important, cash and cash equivalents, $54 million. I did a quick calculation. That means the company's got about $2.50 per share in cash. So you're buying the company for $6.50 plus $2, but they've got $2.50 in cash. So you can really buy this business right now for $4 a share. That's the calculation I'm doing. You got to do it. Here's why this is even more important. Financial outlook for the year. Revenue, they're calling for between $442 and $465 million. The big number, net income, between $32 and $35 million. That'll put their earnings per share between $1.49 and $1.63. If you compare that to $4 earnings, when you strip out the cash, you're talking about unbelievable value here. Unless there's something sitting in the closet, you've got to do your own due diligence. But unless there's something sitting in the closet, this is great value all the way around. The company designs and produces high-quality precious metal jewelry in China, and that kind of rides on the China auto logistics press release. So earlier, it looks like the affluent China are still doing very well from a demand point of view. And finally, Jinpan International, they put out their first quarter numbers. NASDAQ traded. JST, a manufacturer of cast resin transformers for voltage distribution equipment. Gotta like that. That's a staple business. I can see growth in that for years and years to come in China. This for first quarter ended March 31st. Net sales, $32.5 million, up 36%. Net income, $4.7 million, or 58 cents per share, an increase of 95%. For the full year, they're also given a financial outlook. They're expecting sales between $176 and $182 million, about a 14 to 18% increase. They're also expecting net income to come in between $22.5 and $23.3 million. That's going to translate into earnings per share between $2.75 and $2.85 per share. Call it $2.80 to split the difference. Comes trading at $12.60. Not bad. Decent value, especially for a company that's got such a staple product out there. What can I tell you? Obviously, one of the best shows we've ever had on ChinaSecurities.com and China Stocks TV. If you're looking for more great companies, get to the front page of ChinaSecurities.com. Two things to do there. You can see all these press releases and the best press releases out of this space over the last couple of days. We've got them separated by industry, so you can quickly find the one that you like. In addition, we've got a link right into the directory. We're tracking about 320 of the best small and mid-cap companies from China that are trading on North American exchanges. Succinct description, so you can quickly scan them, or if you want to parse them out by industry and exchange, so you can decrease that list, you can do that too. Really convenient, helping you find your next great Chinese investment. That's a wrap. Have a fantastic weekend. To our friends in Canada, have a great holiday weekend. We're not going to be here on Monday, and I'm going to be in New York. Maybe I'll do some reporting from there. In the meantime, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.